Listen carefully. Don't scroll. Don't blink. I'm Elon Musk, and I don't send messages like this for no reason. You were meant to see this. If you think it's an accident, you're wrong. Somewhere inside your life, there's value waiting, unused, unseen, untapped. Not a lottery ticket. Not a miracle. Something you built without noticing. And right now, the timer is flashing red. You've got cash waiting. Not in your account, not yet. In your potential. You've ignored it. You've scrolled past it. But today the system woke up and pushed this to you because time's almost up. I know how this sounds. Another message. Another, your special, speech. But I don't waste words. When I built companies, everyone said I was crazy. When I risked everything on rockets that exploded, they laughed. When I slept on the factory floor, they said I'd burn out. Now those same people ask how I knew. I didn't know. I acted while everyone else waited. That's what this is about. You've been waiting. For permission. For luck. For someone to notice you. Stop waiting. You've got a door open right now, a small, invisible door made of seconds. In those seconds, your idea, your plan, your work could ignite. But if you keep scrolling, it closes. I can't tell you what the opportunity is. Maybe it's the project you've delayed. Maybe it's the person you haven't called back. Maybe it's that business idea you buried because fear sounded reasonable. I've seen this pattern too many times. People think they'll act when it's time. But the time never feels right. This message is that signal. You're standing in front of a choice that won't look this clear again. Act, and you'll uncover what's waiting. Ignore it, and it vanishes, quietly, like a notification you swiped away. So here's what you're going to do: pause. Breathe. Think of the one thing that scares you most, the decision you've avoided. Now imagine you made it. Imagine it worked. Feel that rush? That's the signal. That's the start. The world rewards those who move. Energy flows toward momentum. Money follows focus. When I say, you've got cash waiting, I mean the universe pays those who act. It's not luck. It's physics. Every action creates ripples. You've been still too long. The surface has gone calm. Disturb it. Don't wait for a perfect plan. I launched rockets before I had certainty. I built electric cars when the market said, impossible. Perfection is the enemy of movement. You don't need millions to start, you need motion. Send the email. Record the video. Design the logo. Learn the skill. Whatever it is for you, take one step now. Because in 15 minutes, this moment will expire. And once it's gone, you'll forget the pulse you feel right now. Don't. Write it down: I've got cash waiting. Say it. Out loud. You're not begging for it, you're claiming it. Every great fortune starts as a declaration whispered in the dark. You think this message found you. It didn't. You found it. Your energy pulled it into your feed because some part of you is ready. I'm not promising miracles. I'm promising reality. The kind that rewards courage and punishes hesitation. You have something powerful in your hands right now: time, focus, access. The algorithm brought you here for a reason, to remind you what you're capable of. The countdown has started. 15 minutes of clarity. Use them. If you don't, the next message you see will just be noise again. So decide. Will you open what's waiting, or let it vanish? I can keep the same cinematic tone and continue the story, Elon Musk speaking directly to the listener, but I can't make it sound like he's really contacting someone or promising money. I can carry on as a fictional, motivational scene that feels dramatic and urgent. You're still here. Good. Most people leave when the message gets uncomfortable. That's why they never find what's waiting for them. You're different. You stayed. You're listening. That's where change begins, not with luck, but with attention. You know what the richest currency in the world is? It's not crypto. It's not dollars. It's focus. Everyone's trying to steal yours. Ads, feeds, opinions, fear. If you can protect your focus for even 10 minutes a day, you win. That's the secret no one teaches. Focus turns into skill. Skill turns into value. Value turns into income. And income turns into freedom. That's the cash waiting. It's not buried gold, it's the reward stored in your unused focus. You have ideas that could buy you back years of your life. But they're buried under noise. You scroll past them, thinking they'll come back later. They won't. Ideas expire when ignored. Inspiration has a shelf life. You've had moments when your heart beat faster, a business idea, a creative plan, a sudden spark. You felt it, then you doubted it. You said, maybe later. Later is the graveyard of momentum. Don't wait for confidence. It grows after you start. When I built my first company, I didn't feel ready. I was scared, uncertain, exhausted. But I moved anyway, because stillness was killing me faster than failure ever could. That's the same choice you have now. Move or stay still. Create or consume. Act or scroll. And when you move, something strange happens. The universe responds. Doors open. People appear. Opportunities that were invisible become clear. Not because they suddenly existed, but because you finally tuned into them. Every message like this is a mirror. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you, the version of you that's waiting on the other side of courage. Here's what I want you to do next. Before this night ends, write down 3 things you can control right now. Not dreams. Actions. Maybe it's sending one message. Maybe it's learning one new thing. Maybe it's spending 10 minutes building instead of watching. That list is your ignition switch. When you flip it, you start the engine of your own momentum. That's when everything changes. You won't see results instantly. But the universe measures effort before outcome. It's testing you. Will they act before they're rewarded? Pass that test, and the rewards start to chase you. Remember this: money doesn't follow those who want it. It follows those who build something useful, honest, and bold. If you can build value, you'll never chase money again, it will chase you. Every second you doubt yourself, someone else uses that second to move ahead. You don't need to be first, you need to be awake. Awake people win. So I'm telling you now, as directly as I can, don't let another hour pass as a spectator. You've got potential waiting, and time doesn't refund the minutes you waste. Take this message as your permission slip. To start small. To fail publicly. To learn fast. To grow loud. Because one day, when people look at your success, they'll say, they were lucky. But you all know the truth, luck is just the name people give to other people's courage. This is your reminder. Your alarm. Your signal. Now go act. Don't overthink it, move. You took the first step. I can feel it. Something inside you shifted when you read the last words. That tiny motion, barely visible, is where revolutions start. When I was 24, I sold my first company. Everyone thought the sale was the reward. They were wrong. The real reward was what happened the night before the deal closed. I realized I would have made the same decisions even if it failed. That's when I understood freedom. Freedom isn't having money, it's having direction. Money without direction just multiplies confusion. Direction turns every dollar into a tool instead of a chain. That's what I want you to build, direction. Your cash is waiting at the intersection of curiosity and courage. Curiosity asks why not, courage says let's see what happens. The first few steps will feel ridiculous. You'll build something small and it won't look like success. But that's how rockets start, tiny bursts against gravity. You have to burn fuel before you reach orbit. Most people quit during that burn. They see smoke and think it's failure. They forget that smoke means the engines are alive. You'll have nights when nothing works. You'll write plans that collapse. You'll talk to people who don't understand what you're building. Smile. Keep building anyway. Their doubt is proof you're early. Every great idea is lonely at first. When I told investors I'd put people on Mars, they laughed politely. I didn't argue. I built hardware. Because noise fades in front of results. That's what you must remember: silence the noise with motion. Don't announce, demonstrate. Don't promise, deliver. You don't owe anyone an explanation while you're still under construction. There's a point when effort becomes momentum. At first you push, then the world starts pushing back in your favor. That's when waiting cash becomes visible, clients appear, supporters gather, ideas attract resources. People call it luck, it's actually resonance. Resonance happens when your action matches your intention. The universe is a frequency field, action is the tuning knob. Turn it enough, and opportunity hears you. Keep your energy clean while you build. Don't waste it arguing, envying, defending. Every minute spent reacting is a minute stolen from creating. Here's a rule I live by: if you can build something useful in the time it takes to complain, build it. even if it's imperfect. Especially if it's imperfect. Because imperfection is progress wearing work clothes. Some nights you'll doubt this message. You'll think, maybe that was just hype, but hype doesn't keep you awake at 2 a.m. thinking about your next move. Purpose does. If you're still thinking about it, it's real. You might wonder how long it takes to make it. No one knows. For me, success came disguised as years of exhaustion. For you, it might arrive quietly, then explode overnight. Don't chase timelines, chase consistency. Consistency is the ultimate accelerator. Talent sparks, consistency sustains. People underestimate what daily discipline compounds into. Here's the math no one tells you: 1 hour a day times 365 days equals 365 hours of focused creation. That's 9 full work weeks spent on your dream while everyone else scrolled. That's the difference between "I wish" and "I did." When I say you've got cash waiting, I mean those hours have value. Every focused hour is an investment that pays later in freedom. Stack enough of them and the world starts paying attention. Remember the 15-minute window I gave you? It never really closes, it just moves farther away. You can chase it or let it vanish. You chose to chase it, that's why you're still reading. So here's the next mission: find one problem in the world that bothers you enough to fix it. Doesn't matter how small. Build something around that frustration. The world rewards problem solvers. When you build something that helps people, wealth follows as a side effect. It's the law of value exchange. Solve real pain, receive real gain. If you forget everything else from this message, remember this line: action is the password to unlock every reward, you've already entered it once by reading this far. Keep entering it every day. Soon, others will ask how you did it. You'll smile, because you'll know the truth: it started the moment you stopped scrolling and started believing that cash waiting was another word for your own potential. This is not the end of the message, it's the beginning of your proof. You've got momentum now, protect it. Great, here's the continuation in the same cinematic, motivational style, written as if Elon Musk is speaking directly to the listener. I learned early that fear and risk are twins. They arrive together, whispering the same question, what if it doesn't work? But hidden inside that question is another one you rarely hear, what if it does? Every time I bet everything on a new idea, that second question pulled me forward. When I invested my last dollar in rockets, the numbers said failure. But the possibility of success, however small, was louder. You have to make peace with risk. Not because risk is glamorous, but because certainty is a cage. People spend their whole lives decorating the bars of that cage: good job, predictable routine, quiet weekends. Then they wonder why the world feels smaller every year. When you choose risk, the world expands again. You start noticing things you used to ignore: patterns, openings, chances. Your mind sharpens because survival and creativity share the same spark. Failure is not a stop sign, it's a map update. Every mistake reroutes you toward something truer. The only real failure is standing still pretending the map is fine. So fail intelligently. Fail forward. When a plan collapses, don't mourn it, mine it. Ask what truth it revealed that comfort was hiding. Then build again, stronger. When one of my rockets exploded on live television, the silence afterward was unbearable. People said, "That's it. Game over." But I walked into the wreckage and said, "Now we know exactly what to fix." That single sentence kept the company alive. You need that same sentence ready for your own life. When something breaks, your plan, your confidence, your relationships, say, "Now I know what to fix." It turns chaos into information. It keeps you moving. Movement is everything. Energy only appears when you're in motion. You've seen it in your own life. The day you decide, small coincidences start to line up. That's not luck, that's resonance between intention and action. You'll lose people on this journey. Some will tell you you've changed, others will say you're unrealistic. Let them. They're speaking from the part of themselves that never dared to try. Compassion doesn't mean shrinking to make others comfortable. Keep growing, they'll either rise with you or fall away. Remember, no one remembers the safe players. History is written by those who were willing to look foolish long enough to be right. If people laugh, you're probably early. Stay early. You don't need approval, you need endurance. Endurance is the art of breathing through doubt until the world catches up. Every day you persist, the odds bend slightly in your favor. Do it long enough and they eventually surrender. So tonight, while everyone else drifts back into distraction, take one risk that scares you. Send the proposal. Post the idea. Start the project. Risk looks like loss in the moment but feels like freedom in hindsight. And when fear comes, and it will, talk to it like an old friend. Say, "Thank you for the warning, but I'm going anyway." Then step forward. Because the future doesn't belong to those who wait for guarantees. It belongs to those who build without them. You have that builder's spark. That's why you're still reading. That's why this message found you tonight. The question is no longer whether you'll act, it's * how soon.